Sure. Good. Alrighty. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Today, I am going to be making a guide on 2B as a character. Going to be explaining her as a overall character, her move kit, what she is, and pretty much everything like regarding her overall gameplay, her overall kit. I'm gonna explain what each move does. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be looking at chat for a little bit, because I'm gonna be reading pretty much what each move does off of Dust Loop, pretty much, because that's gonna be explaining exactly what each move is and what each move does. But I'm also gonna include the utility of each move on top of what the move is initially supposed to do. Both, and then also explain like combos you can do. Actually, there's a lot of new combos I discovered with this character that I never even thought to use, and some of the moves that she has that already have a form of purpose have even more of a purpose that I didn't think was even possible until I was doing a lot of last minute labbing, a lot of experimenting, a lot of testing. So if you guys are interested in this, you guys can watch this. It's I'm gonna probably edit this and put this on YouTube in a later week because I want I'm only gonna be doing like explanations in training mode. As for like how it's used in matches and how moves can be used in matches, I had to like do a lot of editing to get that into fruition, because there's a lot of games I can pretty much like go into and show exactly what each move does and etc. But the purpose of this stream today is to just explain pretty much what each move does and how they function. What I'm going to first say is 2B is a mid-range utility character. And what I mean by mid-range is she can play close, she can play far, she can play pretty much like almost any distance really, like hence the mid-range part. And the utility is every move she has in her arsenal serves a purpose. And by I mean like a purpose is, it's kind of weird to explain, but what I can say is every move has a purpose, whether it's very minuscule or like an actual advantage. Hence the utility she has. She can do set play options, she has aggressive options, she has zoning options, hence the utility part, which means she's an all-around mid-range utility character. She has so many tools in the kit. Actually, she has a lot more moves than the entire cast. On top of her big normals, her unique whiff canceling mechanic, where she can just do any normal on whiff and also combo whether it hits or doesn't hit. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can explain of her as a character. She is the guest character for Grand Blue Rising from the game series Nier Automata. And yeah, alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be looking at chat for a little bit because I'm going to be reading pretty much all her stuff off, pretty much her normals or her moves off of Dust Loop and explain what they are. And then as I go into certain moves, I'm going to be explaining also like the purpose you can do on top of what Dust Loop says on it. And so you guys gotta bear with me for a minute. because I gotta pull up Dust Loop on my end. And yeah. I'm gonna start with her normals, and then we're gonna go into her specials. Actually, I don't really need to. Actually, I don't really need to read her normals. Fetch. Double check. Alright, yeah. So, alright, so I'm gonna start with her normals. I thought I would have to read them on Duster, but pretty much I can explain them without it. Her 5L Striking Assault is a 3-hit combo. Normally you go 1, 2, 3, and even on whiff. But there is an additional hit that she had. So you could do boom, 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 and boom. And you can also do it on whiff. And her medium being Severing Assault, which has 3 hits, but you can also press a 4th hit. And I believe this was changed in the Versusia patch, where you could just press like just M and you get a combo off of that. And I just want to double check one more thing beforehand. But like I said, this video is definitely gonna be going on YouTube, but I also have to. But I'm definitely gonna be editing this, but this is for now a guide stream explaining all of this. My bad. But this is Slashing Assault, and then this is Severing Assault. And each of the following, you can do. If you use Striking Assault, you could end it with an M, H, and for your slashing, you can end with a light, the light follow up, and then heavy follow up. Same with H, and each of her normals have a different variation or a different ending depending on the scenario. Like usually you're gonna want to do this on a combo ender in the corner, or even this too. These are like the 2 things you're gonna use to end combos, whether it's in the corner or center stage. Well, this one's most likely gonna be using center stage every time. This is gonna be using the corner if one, you don't want to use your resources fast enough, or 2, you have very little resources that you have to end with this. And then and that's pretty much her normals. Actually, wait, my bad. I almost forgot. Her low 2L. This is her low 2L, which can combo into 5L, which is pretty much universal for most of the cast. Her 2M, which is an 8 frame, where you can call out a mash, or even if uncounted, this can combo. But this is usually to call out like a run up because of how fast it is. And that's the purpose of this move, but most 2B players will be using this a lot because it is a form of pressure. And they'll maybe include that every now and then, or this, or this. Like, there's so many utility for like different things you could do. Like 2B, as like she doesn't have anything that opens people up from turtling per se, because nothing she has on the ground is considered an overhead. Her only true overhead is this, which I'm gonna explain what that is in a bit, because that is her thing that's not considered a normal, but it is something that is on a separate topic, considering, I guess, I don't know if I can call it a special, or it's definitely a unique skill. But normals aside, you're gonna see a lot of this, sometimes this, and this, along with the occasional like jump in and etc. But now we can go into her unique action, which is evasive maneuver, which is quote unquote her backdash slash parry, where it can come where if you do that on any normal cancels into it. Or you can even just do it to call out something. So if I have my opponent attack on block, let's have them block, and then we'll have them, let's attack on, I think 5L should be, yeah. So we'll do, you can pretty much do this to, like, if your opponent's gonna retaliate, like that. Even, or if your opponent's gonna try to like DP in between, or even like simply like you can even evade a throw. So let's say, actually, let me just set this better. I'm gonna set this for Rising Sword. I think I'll do one heavy. Yeah. So if I set it to, I'm gonna set it right. So they boom. I'm sure got it good. Okay. So boom. Your big grab. Normal. I mean that wasn't the best example of it, but because I kind of do that. But you get the point. You can pretty much just to retain neutral and avoid. And that's the same thing. Everything she does, all her normals cancel into something. Actually, let's set this back to none. And now we can go into her. Actually, I gotta go with her other unique skill, which is pod grab. This is her air stall. You can cancel it by tapping down, or you can cancel it by tapping a button. You can drift with it. She does have a kick that if it hits, it is considered a wall bounce. But you only really gonna get that. You're not really gonna be able to get much out of that, unfortunately. Or even if you do, like I haven't tested the limits of this just yet. But you could just use it to like catch a mash or anything of those sorts, but you're mostly gonna be doing this or this, or you drift in, or you. Oh, I mean, that's another attack. But you can do this and drift in and then hit that, or if your opponent does like a skybound art. So I'm gonna have them. Actually, I did not record that. This is how much I don't use training mode. So you can just do this and just hit them from behind. Or it's the same thing like with any grounded super. You can just use this and just get a fault, and then you get pretty much a punish. Let's see if anybody said anything. Yeah. Alright, so now I can go to her specials. Actually, oops, I almost forgot to mention. She has 2 other moves you can use. 2H, her anti-air button. Even though this is, I personally think this is not really a good anti-air button. It's good if you catch them low enough, but you're mostly going to be doing this as an anti-air or even this. But this is her very vertical anti-air button. And this is a very high hitting button. And then her sweep. To you. Which can set you open. Which I'm gonna explain that in a bit. If there's transition is because I am alt-tabbing, because unfortunately I have to constantly alt-tap to be able to use my second monitor to actually go through exactly. I can actually, I almost forgot one more thing before I go into specials. Her evasive maneuver. So her counter strike off her evasive maneuver. So I'm going to... Actually, I'm pretty sure I could do all of SPA, right? SPA, yeah. No. That's not a good idea. I think I could probably do on Retro. Okay, this is probably better. 5 frame. It's a 5 frame move. A 5 frame startup. Even though it says 20 frames, it's actually a 5 frame punish. Only reason it doesn't seem 5 frames because the parry animation is still happening, but the move itself it's 5 frames. It's a 5 frame starter, but the parry animation into it does add frames to it. So it might look like it's 28, it's frame 28, but it's actually frame 5. But that's just the strike itself. And then you're adding the parry animation. And then she got her grabs. Forward throw, back throw. And both of those can set into a 2-2U or a 2-2M. And now we can go into specials. Just make sure everything is alright. Then I can explain all this stuff. Alright. So I might be looking at chat now. And if anybody says anything. Alright. So pod A, we should make sure I don't have any countering of sorts. Okay. So pod A, her 236L, is pretty much it's an anti-approach tool. And if I have my opponent block, it's probably one of her very few moves that can chip. You know, it does like very little chip. Unfortunately, with this move, it's more used for a combo ender or anti-approach or anti-grounded approach. So if my opponent runs up with a button. So let's have... I'm going to have Beatrix as a prime example. Because this actually works well against Beatrix. So if I have the Beatrix... do any form of teacher approach, let alone this, because you're going to see this quite a lot from Beatrix players. God, I want to record it. Sorry about that. Okay. So, you could do this. It's a pretty fast, it's a very fast, a move. I believe... if I'm not mistaken. It's a 13 frame move, which is pretty fast. So it pretty much beats most approach options. So you can just do this. So if a Beatrix is approaching you with 2 TU or 2 in general, this move actually hits the ground compared to like Pod B being her laser, which I'm gonna explain later, and also Pod C being her missiles, which those moves don't catch low profiling. So if you see Beatrix or any character just charging or using a charge move or lunge at you, you just throw this out on react. This is something you could throw on reaction because of how fast it is. So if you see this, oh, I did that way too late. Pretty much, you could just prevent any approaches. That's pretty much the utility of this move, and it's also a combo ender. And it treats us as a soft knockdown. I should keep this hat on. Not block. So it's just it's considered a soft knockdown because they can tech cover or roll tech or etc. And then Pod B being the laser. This is 2B's main zoning tool. It's a full screen laser, as you can see, and it's a very fast one it's a very fast one. Up close it's 18 frames, and at a distance, full screen, 22. So pretty much if it's distance, it's 22 frames. Up close it's 18 frames, but you're not really gonna be ever using this up close. It's safe on block, especially at a distance. It's safe. So pretty much your opponent still doesn't have a turn at the moment. And the next move is missiles. This move has a lot of utility. So if you can pretty much you can use this as another form of anti-approach. It's a very big move, horizontally and vertically. And if you do any combo into it, if your opponent's in the air, put them in the corner. What's up? Yo, what up, Yoru? Oh, Yoru. I'm gonna definitely be getting into new 2B combo routes, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, And this is stuff me and Razor actually was talking about in a VC last. No, it was Saturday night. Me and Razor found some very new interesting 2B stuff that I'm gonna be explaining. And I know you're gonna probably like this. I know Lade was in suspense when I told him. So this is pretty much the guide stream. The full guide's gonna be on YouTube when I do some editing. And boy, there's definitely gonna be a lot to this. And I could actually explain. It's funny enough. Now that I got you here, Yoru. This is a very funny thing. This is my form of an anti-Beelzebub tech. And I'm getting into, and it's funny, I'm explaining missiles now. So, if I have the Beelzebub air dive, I did not record that. I can use missiles. And the thing is, missiles hit high enough where if a Beelzebub wants to dive on you, it catches it. And it combos into grappling hook because it's a counter hit. So if you see Bubs diving at you, you could do this on reaction. It is a frame 13. It's actually a frame 13 move. And the fact that Razor was also mentioned to me, like people gotta do missiles more in neutral. This is another move that catches approaching. Also, hello, Hellraver, how you doing? And since dive is an attack on counter hit, you can actually get a combo. Yeah, trust me, you're like literally. I never thought about using missiles in ways that actually can deal with approaching. So, like for Beelzebub, for example, like how Bub players love to jump dive, missile freaking invalidates it. And I told, and it's funny because I mentioned it to a couple people, Basu included. And then the other character that this does well against. Oh, we didn't get into hammer. There's some hammer routes that there's some new hammer routes that I'm gonna also explain. But I'm just going over the moves in general. So let's say if I had the Grimnir do sigils, and then I didn't have a record. I'm not used to training mode that much, so I think I have it right. So you can even do it on reaction. So you have good, and you also get a combo into this too. It's the same thing with Beelzebub. Like this is a way to prevent because Grimnir loves to use sigils and dash in using sigils. Oh, let me actually also set it. This also catches a grounded sigil, and this will catch aerial sigils also. So if I have this, yeah, you can actually hit. You can hit a H. You can hit a grappling hook. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, exactly. But you can also grappling hook into it too. Like you can get grappling hook and get them even closer into the corner. And this is like something Razor told me about. I didn't know that you could actually use missiles like this to snuff out approaches. And also you can convert this. Yeah, but Lade's gonna be like, I'm gonna tell you right now, Lade's gonna be using missiles a lot because of this stuff. And then this is the next move I'm gonna go over. Drop pod. This actually, I'm pretty sure you know this already, Yoru. But this move actually is really, aside from it being a throw bait. Let me just have a counter hit. Alright, so this actually legit combos with a triple L hammer. Regardless. If I'm actually, I don't really do this route as much because of Lade. So yeah, you can actually get it. So if you run up, so let me have them. I'm gonna have them throw or do grab. Okay, so yeah, but you get what I mean. You could just like, I know you know this already, but you can do that now. And the other thing with drop pod, which I'm gonna show the combo, but I'm also gonna show the combo at a later time. But what you can do, I have to set the button, set the jump. All right, so that was way too high. but you could actually get a combo extension off of Drop Pod. And this is something Razor and I discovered. Of course he did, but does Blade know? Does Blade know? Does Vermilion know? This is... like, I don't see 2B players actually use this route. And it's the same thing with this one, too. If I can actually get it. But there is the Volt combo that I don't really see as much because of the resources it uses. And you could do this with little to no resource, or if you want to use all your resources, you use all your resources. But not only is this a combo starter on counter it, it's also a combo extender as an anti-air. And the thing is, I know it with this. Yo, you'll use your, yeah, you'll just use your stuff regardless. And then you have Chu being her Oki on Wake Up, her DP, very big DP to be exact. Laser, which puts your opponent in crumple. Yeah. Oh my god! But the thing is, if you can get a decent amount of damage off of it.
Why am I even fighting?
Like, yeah, you got the typical boom, 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 but you can add a little more damage on top of it. Like you. Yeah, but if you're gonna get a kill, if you want to kill your opponent that's just gonna jump into it and you know it's there, just go for it. And then Gravity Well. This move, I don't care what y'all people think. This move is broken. Like this move, I mean, I might be the reason why this move gets nerfed. If I was good at the game, but this move has so much utility. Gravity Well. This enables Oki play. Pulls your opponent in so you can get like a tick. You can just get a jab into like a tick throw. I'm gonna try to block. You get a free tick throw because it pulls them in close enough to you. And then the other thing that I'm gonna mention that has kind of utility too. Let me I need them to. Let's make sure I have the pointers. Alright, so we're gonna have to go and do that. But I'm also not have to block. And this is something that you can do on like Wake Up HPA. Oh, that's just probably a better example. Oh. This actually, like, it's Gravity Well is good against HPA because if the Lane player, if you do that at a reasonable distance on Wake Up, if you stand there and they're in the Gravity Well, and let's say if they I think that's probably a good example of that. Alright, so if they try to go for the low, it pulls them into the gravity. So you can keep like some distance from the Lane player. Let me actually get a. I think I need a. Yeah, I think that's probably better one. Yeah, so it pretty much just keeps them in check. So you can definitely just like use this. The only way, the way that Lane has to now HPA, they have to commit to the full momentum. So that it's a way of slowing him down from the HPA, and you could if you know that the Lane player is gonna HPA, just do it on the. My bad, correction. Let me say it a lot better. If the Lane player does it on wake up, they are most likely, which they will do most of the time, because that's going in, not to, and the move is busted as hell. You can just go it out and actually like make them actually now work for it. Like they don't get like a free run of their free run up like they do with the whole cast. Like if you do it at a reasonable if you set it and they go run up, and you have the gravity well and you're standing within a reasonable distance and you see that they're gonna go for it, you can simply backdash, and it pushes them into the gravity.
I put on hair gel this morning.
Which is really, really good when it comes to dealing with this character's BS.
Round 2. Have at it.
Make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. I ran over pod A, I went over pod B, pod C, which is the missiles. Oh. This move. A lunge. Or in what Razor would call Charging Star. The only reason I don't call it like that is because I wish this move had invincibility on the front, because you can get hit out of this, unfortunately. It's pretty much just a lunge, and you can use it in neutral to push your opponent back if they're gonna run up mash. But you're mostly gonna be using it in a corner combo. And then the other moves I have to explain. Okay, there's 3 more moves I have to go over. Hammer. Very strong chip tool, causes ground bounce on counter if it's in the center, or even counter ground bounce in the air. Let me actually counter it off. And also, it sets up an unblockable scenario. So, actually, instead of come back to block, bring it back to center stage. And if you know the distance of this setup, which is pretty much I think it should be about this distance. Pretty much a full unblockable, and they would, and you saw that they were blocked there, initially blocked. But the thing is, you have to be able to get that stuff. And no thanks to laid way back, this move actually has a sweet spot now. Like, this can't be hit from anywhere. This won't break that guard from anywhere. This will only do it from the center. Yeah. It's unfortunate that I can't really rely on this move as much in combos because of how inconsistent it is now. But if you do know the distance, and this is about if you play this at the Coliseum, it's about a full tile. This is a full tile distance. Yeah. Oh no. It's funny. I hit people with this. I hit Castile with this. I hit Castile with this. I've hit Toriku with this. By pure accident. Actually, not by pure accident. It was intentional. You also hit Brick with it too, which was hilarious. And the thing is why 2B players don't go for it as much, because it costs pretty much all your resources. So to say. Well, if I don't have it, auto recovering. I think I have this. Yeah. Yeah, this costs. What? Oh, I have skill cooldown. It's oops, it's skill cooldown. Oh, Basu. Pretty much it costs all your resources, which is why 2B players don't go for it as much.
Ready to rock?
Yeah, pretty much. Hi, Basu. And now, oh, Basu.
Ready to rock?
Bossy, have you started using missiles more? Because now this move should be used a lot more. This move is broken. And thanks to Razor also made me realize this. In general. You guys combo? Okay, Basu. Remember how I showed you, I showed you something that you could do against Bubs, or even Grimnir for that matter. I need some going in this. Okay. This is the best way to beat Bub's dive, aside from just relying on 2H, where it can be inconsistent. And this is something you could do on reaction regardless of the scenario and the distance. This is good against Bub's air diving. You could put shock column on them too. And then the other scenario is Grimnir. So now you see use the training mode stuff. Okay. There we go. God, I'm so bad at this. Okay, there we go. So, you can even do this against Grimnir when he wants to dash him. Or you could do... No, it's not even just character. Like it works against any It's not even just like character specific. Any character with a lunging move that pushes them forward, you can get this for free. If your reaction is good enough, of course, since being that this move is a frame 13 move.
Why am I even fighting?
You can even get simply any move that, like, let's take Matera for example. How Matera players just love to dash, right? Same thing with this. Why 236H is better? Because it does 1 more damage, and 2, it's easier to combo. And the thing is, 236M isn't a hard knockdown. 236H is a hard knockdown. True. You can't rely on your burn buzz because that's what all you do, Basu. But the difference between 236H and M is H enables hard knockdown while M does not. Unfortunately. So it makes it easier to combo and also push your opponents towards the corner. And Basu, I know you're just playing on... I know you just get your fundamentals in. Same way Yoru, I know you guys like to play on fundamentals. And then I think that was... Just double check if there's anything on the move needed to be explained. Oh yeah, wire. What about this one? This move. Why do I have her attacking? There. That's the only really difference. And also, 236H does a bit more damage than 236M. For damage, and also enable hard knockdown where you could just get like a free Oki, or like if you do, you could just do that. It pushes them far enough, and then it sets an Oki. So it gives you pretty much time to run up. Was that all the moves explained? What time does the bracket start? Because I still gotta finish making this guide. You, Razor, and Yoru, right? All in it? I should be done with this by then. I think I explained pretty much what every of these, all the moves do. Okay, so and then I know Yoru did see this combo, but there's a anti-air combo you could do Basu now, and this actually works on the whole cast, and it's a 2H route. I think I'm gonna put best example. Okay, hold on, where is she? Where the hell is she? I think this is probably going to be the best example of the route. This fucking character. Alright. So. Long move. I'm so bad at this. Okay. Yeah, because this gives a low enough arc. You could pretty much do this in one or multiple deploys. One that costs less resources. If I can get the sweet spot quickly. This one does a pretty decent amount of damage. And this works if the anti-air arc is low enough where it changes into this. Oh no, Buster, it's gonna be it's gonna be part of the combo guide. Like, you could even do it on... So, if, let's say the jump arc is low enough. Let's set the to counter hit. Oh, hold up, actually, I'm gonna go back into it. You got it. Alright, so, let's say you fight Normaya, and she does, 2, 3, 6 EU. Yeah, this move here. And that's if Normaya is desperate. That's like an example. That's like the one of the... Yeah, that one. Yeah, you would hear for that one. And let's say if character jumps and you do it, I'm just set the counter hit to all hits. And that's if the arc is low enough. Oh no, laser. Like, I already told Leia I'm gonna be making the guide. If anything, I might be the reason why this gets nerfed because it's part of the guide. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was talking about the resources. Yeah, but I'm saying if an arm U flips and you know it's coming and they're at like pretty much kill percent, you can pretty much just get that simple route and just get a dub off of it. And this young, not that one. Damn, I think I remember. Yeah, okay, I remember now. This is the other route. That you get. And I still blame Lee for this one. Because you have to micro dash here. You have to like micro dash for the hammer. Hammered over. Get the goddamn combo in. Yeah, it's been a... Yeah, it's funny because I was pressing these combos last night. You can also do this one if it's high enough. And like the thing is, if you're gonna get the most damage, obviously you're gonna have to use your resources, right? This is also gonna be on the combo routes for anti-airs. And then there was at least a few others. You just double check. It's funny, I wrote them all down. You could do one that costs minimum, like very low resources, or you could use one that costs a lot of resources. So if you want to do like an anti-air one that costs minimum resources, this is one that costs only 3. Or if you want to do the one that costs 8, that does a little bit more damage, you can go for the... and then you got the suicide combo. If I can get it. Sashi Sour. But it's also space independent now too. No thanks to way back. Not so bad, but you could do a suicide combo. I'm swine. Okay. And you got the suicide combo. I don't think this hits because I was way too far. Yeah. But you got the suicide combo. So if you know the distance. This should hit. Yeah, suicide combo. 'Cause, 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 Or the near Gojira. This one. This is the near Gojira one. And you could do, and that's another combo you could do. It's not super optimal, but if you want to do a fun, if you want to do a very funny, saucy combo, that is one you can do. And this is one I saw no near Gojira test out. Like I said, I don't think this is like, I don't think this one's optimal in any way. It's just for the fun. That, like, you could do that one. Let me just double check what was the other one I was trying to remember.
I can do this.
Oh yeah, and this one I think is kinda like actually no, I wish I could do this one. I haven't set the counter, right? And this is the other combo that I can show off. And this one is another way if I mean that hey, some of them are optimal. Yeah, but the one that costs 3 is pretty optimal. The one that uses less resources is probably gonna be your most optimal one. Right next time out. This is the only one. I mean, some of them can be optimal to some degree.
That's it.
I mean, but every now and then, like, people say 2B has no sauce and whatnot. These are some pretty interesting, like, this is like some really interesting combos, per se. Like, these are probably gonna be, like, somewhat the saucy combos, despite the amount of people that say, oh, 2B has no sauce, or it's just mostly this. This, or this, or this, or this, for example. But the thing is, there's so many different things you could do with the character that people don't really think to do. Because it's more like, I want to just do this. That's what I'm saying. It's resource heavy, but you also have to consider the amount of people that don't play this character say that this character has no sauce. It's just mostly just big button, jump, air stall, big button. Right? Per se. Like, it's... Oh, oh, it's funny. I forgot about this move. This move, I personally normally never use, but it's very good. Like, it deals with zoning. Like, if like a Matera player zones or Very player zones, you can really just go boom. Or if Very player does like a normal and 2 whip, like this move can be buffered mid block string. So let's say, for example, Fairy, which I think this is probably gonna be my best example of it. It's funny because people, I myself included, like, this move is low-key busted. So, okay. If I put this on them, it can be buffered. I just need to check one more thing. I just gotta make sure. Okay. So if I put this on them too. Oh, fuck that. It can be buffered. It's not even just flat. Also, Razor uses this move a lot too, and he told me the utility of this move. Well, obviously it's not gonna work on grab. But I can actually learn the timing of this. But you can literally do it like a buffer option to like catch frame trapping. So even it works against frame traps too, and it took me a while to realize this, and that's only in the scenario that I do have it on them, right? I think the best character, I feel like any character that can frame trap, right? I guess Zoe would probably be like the best example, right? Because every Zoe player loves to do this. So okay, fire. So I put this on them. I can do this while I'm blocking too. What the fuck? Yeah, you can like do it as yeah, and just simply buffering. Like this actually is an answer to frame trapping, which is kind of crazy, and it's also obviously an answer to people just mashing. So it checks mash, it checks frame traps, and it pretty much still your turn regardless. And also, if your opponent jumps too, and you have this on them, yeah, that's probably good enough, right? So if I have this on them, oh yeah, she have to block. Oh, I do have it. Why is they not blocking the air? That's weird. Oh, I could probably just have this, right? Yeah. And you could pretty much just get that if you're close enough. And if you're close, if they jump at you and they block the T2H, you can pretty much just get an anti-air. And then aside from that, there's another. It's funny that there is actually a new corner combo that uses. So let's say if you have little resources. So let's say that here. Let's say if you have skill at 3 or less. If I can actually, these character specifics, right? So let's say a 2B skill gauge is about 30%, which is 3 blocks, right? I think this is on back. I'm pretty sure some 2B players do this. So if your skill gauge is at 3, and this is something I learned from Razor a couple days ago. Also, make sure my Pokemon blocked. Like, if you have very little resources, you can pretty much just do this. And you still get the most, and you'll get the most damage. Because usually the more typical route is... Why am I so bad at doing something? Most 2 people will do this when they have 3 or less, right? But if you have SSBA, and I'm pretty sure Yoru does, it's probably one of the few 2B players that does this in the corner. This is actually a really good combo if you're running on 3 skill gauge. Decent amount of damage. And yeah, like instead of going for the normal route that pretty much gives your opponent at least a opportunity to do something, right? And that's considering you have literally full meter. And then you got your typical stuff that costs only 3 resources, but with no SBA gauge. Let's go back to full meter. Actually, let me not have it on counter hit. And this is your, like, your typical B&B in the corner, right? And that's considering you have all your resources. But
Are you prepared?
that's all good and dandy. Those are like the typical like combos you're gonna see in the corner. Oh, which are also gonna be mentioned in the guide. The other thing is corner to corner. I also gotta mention Oki setups, which I'm gonna do also. Just put the left corner and mid range. Actually, close range probably better for this. This is gonna be your typical corner attack. And this is probably gonna be like 2 ways you can do it. Oh, and boss, if you're still here, there was the other thing I was also gonna mention. This on counter hit, and I know you know this already, but I'm gonna mention it anyways because you wasn't here earlier. Counter hit, pod drop, actually combo to 5 LLL hammer regardless. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't really matter on spacing. Like, would it use as a throw bait or just a simple, like, my opponent's gonna mass? Boom. Free combo. I'm pretty sure you know that already. But that's also going to be mentioned for the non-2B players or people who are trying to pick up the character. Just want to make sure I mentioned the corner to corner, anti-air combos, suicide combo. That's also considered anti-air combo. Oh yeah, corner suicide combo. Gotta mention that one. There is a corner suicide combo. So from the corner. Come on, come on. This is pretty much your corner suicide combo. That's the only you get cheeky, you know it's gonna kill. So let's say my opponent has the scenario that you're most likely gonna be doing this per se is if your opponent has like one BP, right? Typical suicide combo. And those are for all you gooners. You got the corner suicide combo and the anti-air suicide combo, which I'm going to show one more time. Range. But the corner suicide, I mean, this The only difference between a corner suicide combo and a center stage suicide combo is obviously your routing and the situation that does happen. I don't have counter hit on, right?
That's it.
Yeah, but I still blame Lee for those heavy nerfs. Okay. And this is your suicide combo. And scenarios you know it's gonna kill, go for it. If you know it's not gonna kill, don't go for it. That's the only difference. And those are her 2 suicide combos. And also, you can use Prima Self-Destruct on any scenario that if the move is laggy enough. For example, Belial's Parry, Nomiya's SSBA, I believe Zeta's SSBA also works in that scenario. Does Bub's Command Grab also work in this? I need to see how laggy Bub's Command Grab is. I feel like there's something you can also do on reaction if the Bub's Command grabs you. I just need to double check how laggy it is. This is like, I feel like a thing you see a lot of Bubs players go for, so...
Don't get cocky.
So I'm just curious as to see how much this is. Yeah, that's pretty laggy, right? I'm thinking that's about laggy. Yeah, okay. So if you see if you see a Bubs just simple run up command grab, you can, I'm pretty sure you can self-destruct on reaction, so... What's up, Rock the Reaper? How you doing?
Get cocky, insect.
Let's just make sure. Like if you see a Bubs like going up for just a typical command grab. I'm thinking if you could do this like, yeah, you can do it on reaction. I see how Bubs is still in command grab animation. If you see a Bubs looking to run up command grab you and you're in a situation where you can get it, you can just do it. It works with Bubs command grab as you saw. Belial 5U being the normal parry walk. It doesn't work on the old one for some reason because I guess grab animation has iframes for some dumb reason. So in the scenarios that you're gonna most likely see Bubs command grab, and if you have the means to self-destruct and you know it can kill, just go for it. I think just double check. But how you doing, Rock? I'm sorry, I'm making this guide as I'm like talking, so I'm definitely going over my notes. But hopefully you've been well. Pretty much, I think I did all the combos already. Yeah, I think I did all the combos already. Yeah. Yes, I am a 2B main, actually. Let me show you. You probably wouldn't believe me because I did fight you on Lancelot a while back. But yeah, this is my character.
Blossom into a beautiful friendship.
As unfortunate as it seems.
Automata. The singularity.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Oh wait, I gotta go over Oki.
On. Singularity.
Almost forgot. I have to go over Oki. Okay. So you could do this type of Oki center stage or corner. Let me see. I'll do center stage Okis first. So center stage Okis you can do being on the ground or in the air. Let me actually do it closer to the corner. That's something you can do center stage or you can set that up. You can also do Okis from this. But actually don't suck at it. And you can also even simply do them off of missile. Off of missile, you can also do them off of but the better Oki setups you could do are better off on laser if you want. Not have a counter hit. And I think counter hit on here, so I'll go back at this, but yeah. Not bad. But these are more resets. But let me stop going off topic. Oki setups, you're mostly gonna be this. Why do I have them so attack? Okay. So this is a form of Oki. But you're gonna see more of those towards the corner. And this, and even simply throwing leads you into an Oki.
Yes.
You can like throw this. And let's say they wake up spot dodge. I think it's on wake up because throwing is on wake up. So on the scenarios that they gonna have them spot dodge. So say they spot dodge, smash, or I guess throw. Yeah, I think those are probably like the scenarios that Oki can happen. I could just triple throw.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I have to set the random, right? No, I don't. So catching spot dodge. Mash. Spot dodge. And even throw. But you're not throwing. Actually, I don't think they did throw once here, so let me set them to throw. Because it's you get so much time doing this. Yeah, but you saw them they try to throw you. And pretty much this allows you pretty much to get in for free. Or even they simply block it. Let's say they just have to hold it. Let's set something here. So they just hold this and you pretty much just get a turn. And you can pretty much just do this regardless. And then Gravity Well, which is probably the move that I think is low-key really good. That's very like underused. This this has many utilities. I'm like really flipping through the menu. So if you're pretty much like a full tile away, which is here, you got for you unblockable, cross up, tick throw if I can actually get it. Tick throw, they're blocking, they're just holding it. Or even if they, let's say they DP. Let me actually. So they want to get you off of Gravity Well when you attempt tick throwing. Let me have them DP on block. Yeah, okay. I'm so not used to do this still, so yeah. So if I do Gravity Well, it still puts them in a very disadvantage. Like, Gravity Well has so much utility that I feel like this is the move that people don't use enough of. One, it does so much. It sucks your opponent in. It pretty much, let's say, I mentioned HPA stuff, but another character that, for example, let's say Vasaraga. Okay, you already zoned Vasaraga enough as is. And this is another thing, and it's funny because Razor mentioned this, that he should be doing this against Vasaraga players that love to just simply doing this, right? So if I set up Gravity Well when like Vasaraga goes nowhere. Now let's say if I also do this a little bit better. Oh. Like this is like a thing you're gonna see Vasaraga do the most, right? So if I just throw this, Vasaraga pretty much just gets stuck there. He doesn't get any further, and that pretty much gives you plenty of time to think of like, do I zone? You could zone. You can pretty much like do this, which deals with his armor. And that's the thing about this move. This move is also underused. It's only really used for like combo enders and a form of chip, right? So Beatrix, the character that loves to freaking riding free on people. Let me not have show that blocking. This character here that loves to do this to people and steal games. This invalidates it. Just doing this is something Beatrix players have to worry about when it comes to writing free. Even with, let's say they did H writing free. This invalidates. This move alone invalidates Beatrix's approach. Her best approach in the game. Actually, Loki, the best approach in the game. This move invalidates that. This also invalidates. You can also do this too, but what do you have? But the thing is, this is like something you just have to react to at the moment. You can do that, but this, regardless, you can just it's decent damage, and it pretty much just invalidates her approach. And that's like characters in general with some form of lunging. So a character like if you're not confident in just 5-aging characters with a hitbox, with a move that approaches with a hitbox, and you're not confident in your 5H, I think this it just doesn't work against Source's ult punch. His ult punch has like super armor, if I'm not mistaken, or like a crazy amount of armor, if I'm not mistaken. Like this is probably like Source is like the exception you're never gonna want to use this move on, right? Counterplay the Source's ult punch, if I time this correctly. This is the only counterplay you got against Source, is ult punch. And this is pretty much a free combo. Like, Source is the one exception of, actually, it's Source's ult punch, which has absurd amount of armor, and I think Zoe's the other character that pretty much is who has a lunging approach that invalidates pretty much the 2-3-6-0. So if I...
Are you prepared? Playtime is
Yeah,
over.
I'm just gonna be 2... Yeah, I'm gonna be 2H into 2L into my ATM now. I have to... And I have to space in for him. See, Basu? See, Basu? She like this. Yeah, so Swords and Zoe are the only exceptions that this won't not work on. Because if you go, let's say we go Vasaraga here, right? And he has a freaking... This. So Vasaraga, who's pretty much supposed to have like stupid amount of armor on this, like, and he wants to approach, this will beat that. Because Vasaraga's Soul Forge into Stomp isn't actual, is more super armor than, it's super armor? No, not super armor. It's double armor. It's more double armor, or I guess in a way tough guy. And it's between double armor and tough guy. Or it could be considered super armor tough guy. I don't know which one. I don't remember off the top what's the difference between super armor and double armor. But one of the two says you can tank all the hits regardless. And then one just says it could tank up to like 3 hits. Like, up to 2, actually. And then the third hit will connect guaranteed. There is a difference between that. Damn, boss. I got Batsu in. I got Batsu to being a 2H, 2L believer. But like, Gatling beats pretty much any approach, except for sources are 236U, Zoe 66H. I believe Seox's Empty Hand loses to no, Seox's Empty Hand beats Gatling because of it has full invincibility. Exactly. But there is counterplay to Seox's alt Empty Hand, aside from jumping. Aside from just simply taking the hit, right? So if I have the Seox alt Empty Hand, which is what they love to do on Wake Up, if I just run up, I know some people might know this already, but for those who just play 2B, I can just like instead of just waiting out the Empty Hand, you because you're gonna see most of the time CX plays will just wake up with Empty Hand, right? Just drop a pod on them. It's a counter hit. They're already out of the ground. All forms of invincibility you have is gone, and you got a free punch. Instead of trying to anti-air, which is kind of hard, right? It's literally like it's kind of hard for 2B to 2H on reaction, right? Like 5H it'll trade. Put you in a negative, so Sias can just pretty much, it's still his turn. But you could just simply run up, drop a pod on them. Or back there, drop a pod on them. Back there, drop a pod, or run up, drop a pod. That's probably your best answer for you Empty Hand. I don't know if there's any other character specific. I went over. You can missiles can deal Grimnir approach, Bubs diving. Not sure that, I mean, counterplay the Bile's pretty simple. Versusia. I think there might be. I'm trying to remember if Lance has counterplay. Is there anything like specific? You could missile alt turbulence, but missiling Lance alt turbulence is pretty tricky. Charlotte alt fireball, alt ball or alt lunge is kind of hard. Even though you can pretty much ult any lunge approach, minus Catalina's of course, and Zoe Saurus. You can missile Grand, but you have to do that as a call out. You're not doing that shot on reaction, because I believe Grand's ult kick, I believe from what I was testing, it was frame 11, which is 2 frames faster than 2B's missiles. You can missile Jita's Rekka. You can missile Charlotte's Fireball, but it's a call out because her thing is also frame 11. Lance, you can do it, but you're also doing it on a prediction. Percival's 214 lunge, which doesn't have a hitbox. You can missile on reaction. The same with the Diva. Matera's 6U. You can Gravity Well HPA on their wake up and actually like make them actually have to either push you out of Gravity Well distance, or just simply they do slide or low, just backdash. It puts them back into gravity well. Vasraga is 2-2, just Gatling it. It's kind of hard for Zeta. I mean, Zeta, I feel like her ult spear, you can either just block or missile on reaction. Nomaya's ult flip, 2H, 2-2L. Sora's ult punch, just evasive maneuver. Zoe's, I believe you can evasive maneuver Zoe's 2-2, but you can also sweep 6-6. No, not 2. 6-6. If I'm there. You could do that, or you could. If you see Zoe go for this, you can just do that. You got enough for a free 5-out punish. Source's ult punch. I gotta double check the frame data on this and see what the proper punish is. Oh, this is definitely a 5-out punish. This is a 100% 5-out punish. Yeah, it's a 100% 5-out punish. So, ult punch. You get a free punish if you do that on reaction. Same thing with Beerus 2-1-4, right? I think you can just simply. This one's a little weird. Even though you evasive maneuver, I think the most you can do. You're mostly gonna get that. I just want to see something really quick. I feel like Beerus is the one thing you shouldn't try to. Yeah, you're not gonna get a free punish off of ult. Just double check the rest of the roster. Bub's dive. If you're not confident in 2H in it, you can just shoot missiles into grappling hook. For Sucia, you can also missile her 2-1-4 ult. For Kala, you're mostly gonna go wire into a lot of Vikala stuff. Like counterplay the Vikala and Lil Wayne specifically is mostly wire the moment they throw out something. Vayne is a weird one because he has shield and 2B has a hard time getting through shield from a distance, so that gives Vayne pretty much anything. But you, like, even try wire Vayne shield, you're not gonna get much off of it. It pretty much, the shield eats the wire. And yeah, Vayne's just gonna get Vayne pretty much does whatever you want. If shield's out, 2B has a hard time. That's all there to it. So to prevent, like, you're gonna have to like play patient, and then also like every Vayne has a flowchart. Once you figure out the flowchart, then you just pretty much play it out. Sheep Tackle 66H. Actually, this is the one I want to go over to, Omnila. Because Omnila is also considered a very weird character. This move itself, like, this move actually high profiles a lot of stuff. So you can see that Gatling won't beat it. Blocking is, you're not getting much off that because of the pushback, even though it's like +8. So, if you can do this off reaction, you're mostly gonna get that. Like, you can simply just You can also 5H 6-6. But if Amino is gonna be doing this shit at a distance, like the moment you throw out that 5H, it's either one gonna trade or you're just gonna lose. It's still crazy how the moment I throw out a 5H, like I can just throw this out, preempt it, like, hold up. Not getting it to trade. On my on the line. I'm so bad at this. I gotta figure out this. Like you saw how I just like you just threw it out, or even just try to throw it out, and I lose. Like I don't know what 6SH is so weird. And then you gotta move to worry about is this. Gatling to answer. And at a reasonable distance on reaction. This is probably gonna be also your answer. Because there's no way you're gonna 5H this shit on reaction. Like the move is too fast. So you pretty much just Gatling it, hold it, or if you're like at max distance, jump over it. It's kind of like Alino is a weird one to explain. It's pretty much every hit in the cast, like specific wise. The other thing I forgot to mention is counterplay. So counterplay to certain scenarios. Pretty much most of 2B's pressure, crouch, block, is gonna be this, 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 this. With the occasional distance, laser. Simple answer, because 2B does literally little to no chip damage. Like you see how low that chip damage is, even with that. That, like pretty much most counterplay is pretty much just wait it out. Pretty much just crouch and block. If 2B gets pressure, crouch, block. And if you see 2B do this to this, which is pretty much the only way they're gonna open you up from turtling down back. What I'm gonna do, for example, let's say if the 2B player is gonna pressure, corner, mid range. So if I am playing against 2B, and I have to go this? Okay, so let's say if a 2B player just does that, you can just match. And let's say, and then we're gonna grab to open you up, right? You'll hold down back. That is the counterplay to run up. Or jump. You could jump over it, but in the mirror, you could just simply like buffer jump and jump over her. or just mash the moment you see her dash up. And this was mentioned in a discussion we had a couple weeks ago, indicating if 2B is doing 5H or even, let's say, do 5M, right? Actually, let me do that better. So if they do, that's literally your answer for the run-up. Just simply mash. If you just hold it down back, mash, jump. You could like literally just jump over, boom. Reversal.
Yes.
There's so much. The thing is, if 2B does this, she's committed to run up, so she cannot block.
Yes.
Like, she cannot block. So you can just get a simple mash, jump over. Like, pretty much that is the counterplay to 2B corner pressure. Or just like 2B. Or even in some center stage. Let's say if I'm in center stage. And 2B, and a 2B play, I'm down backing. Mash. Jump. Like, just press your fastest option. Hell, you can even grab her. You can grab run. That's the counterplay to 2B pressure. Just block it out until the 2B gets tired of just sitting there 5Hing or 5Ming and have to try to open up by simply just command dash grab. Like, pretty much simply turtling against 2B is 2B's like worst scenario. Because 2B does no chip damage. She already does lackluster damage. And yeah, that's all I can say to like counterplay. Like, just simply run up. The moment you see them run up, mash, jump over. You have time to jump over it. Crazy enough. Regardless of the pressure the 2B throws at you, just wait it out. They're gonna eventually have to overcommit to like a run-up throw. And the other counterplay I want to mention also is, let's say, in general, the 2B wants a wire. I have them wiring. You could BC. You could BC, spot dodge it. BC it the moment it connects, because you get a free punish. So if the 2B's at max range and they wire you, you get a free punish. That is literally the counterplay to wire. It's either spot dodge it, jump over it, cross over it, or BAC it preemptively the moment it touches your block. 2B has to, once it connects, regardless of BC or not, 2B has to come in with it. Unless you're Vasaraga, Venusaurus. If armor moves, wire loses to armor moves. So if I want to wire my, let's say if Vasaraga, let's say if the Vasaraga does, oh, not that one. Let's say the Vasaraga armors into Stomp, right? Okay, that's fine, good. If it has armor, you saw how wire just doesn't, like 2B does not go in with wire. Any move that has crazy amount of armor, even Saurus's ult punch. This is another example of what not to wire. So, it's Saurus. Oh, what time is it? Oh, shit, it's almost 8 o'clock. Alright, Do I enter bracket? Okay. Give me a minute. I'm almost done with the guide. Alright, so counterblade wire. If your move has armor, it auto loses a shield. You can BC it early, get a free punish if the 2B commits to it. You can spot dodge it, you can jump over it, you can cross over it. Oh, fuck. God damn it. It's in 7 minutes, right, Basu? Fuck, I have to stop. If I do play, I have to sign up. Damn it. I forgot that yet. You know what? Fuck it. Oh, check in. Oh, I didn't even sign up. I don't think I can sign up. I never signed. I wasn't intending on doing it. Now you really want me to play? I had. I have to ask him, but you're gonna ask him because I don't want to ask. Do I want to play in bracket? Do I want to go O2? I'm in the Discord, right? Fuck. Now you got me. I should have did this guide earlier. Fine. I still gotta go counterplay on certain things. Let me check the bracket first, actually. It's Sky Island Showdown's the name of the tournament, right? January 6. Let me just see how bad it is. It's only 25 people? Let's see who's in this. Let's see. This seems tempting. Do I play in bracket? Alright. I guess I could play in bracket. I think I have time. Let me see if I can sign up. You know, Basu, for you, I'll join. Just show me the server. Thank God. Alright, so I'm gonna have to restart stream. Of course I'm playing a Nochi first round, this is gonna suck. Wait, they haven't done the seeding yet, right? Or did they do the seeding? Alright, I signed up. I have 4 minutes. Alright, so I might have to call. Alright, so I might have to like stop stream and then restart stream. Because this stream is more for the guide, and I guess the next stream will be for bracket and then some games. Alright, there you go, boss. I joined. Alright. You know, I'm gonna do my best. Okay. Alright, I have a few minutes to go over some more counterplay strats. Do I have to check in also? I don't. Okay, give me a sec. Oh, do I check in as through the Discord? I check in through the Discord, don't I? Let's see. Oh, I have to check. Okay, give me a sec. But the bracket hasn't started yet. Oh, I can't even check in yet. You sure it's due to Start GG or not the Discord? Because it doesn't let me check in through Start GG. Oh, does it find out? Oh, okay. I think I did see that. Let me check it real quick. I did not see that. Oh, it says I'm checked in. Okay. It legit says I'm checked in. Okay, I got 15 minutes. Alright, so I have enough time to go over some more counterplay stuff before bracket. Alright, so I went over wire, I went over typical 2B pressure for counterplay. So the other counterplay I want to go over, or a few of them, of course. Let's put them in the left corner, maybe just fine. So, chances are, if the 2B player doesn't do this, chances are they might do this. Right? You can just cross over, get a punish. The moment you see the gauntlet drop, you can cross over. But it can also be delayed. And then the other thing you're gonna see from 2B, this. This you can't do anything about. Because it's a true block string. But if the 2B player does that, that's another thing you could. I'm pretty sure you could jump on reaction. You can't do it on. So 2 hit, 3 hit. The 2-3 hits you can't punish, but. I never recorded. Okay, no, that's. Alright, so you can't punish that. Alright, so pretty much this. I don't know how he feels. It's weird because I've seen people like be able to spot dodge. But you can't spot dodge that. But at the same time, even if you like block it, it's -4. So technically it's your turn. I think the one that you can spot dodge. I just... Okay, so... Oh, you can spot dodge that. You can spot dodge that. And those are like the counterplays, like typical 2B pressure. You could... Pretty sure you can also do... You can't... Yeah, so the only really answer is just spot dodge. And depending on your character, I hate the fact that like you're only able to spot dodge that at max distance. That's the counterplay to like 2B normals. It's either wait it out or just if you see something that doesn't look true, just gap it. Most of 2B pressure is fake. Like most of it. I think the other stuff that you can avoid. Let me go back. Let me set it back to center stage. Let's say for example, a 2B player wants to double jump over and to mess up your anti-air timing. You can just simply just wait until they're low enough to the ground. Like some characters can easily like. So let's say if I go here, I'm pretty sure like a character that could probably like do it like a really better example is Siegfried, right? So let's say the 2B loves to in here. So that is get it correctly. Like you can just. I think I mean a character with a. So like Siegfried can't see it, but I feel like I think probably the better character maybe Cheetah. Based on how low to the ground it is, so if I actually know that's right. You could just wait for them to get closer to the ground. Because 2H itself, like JH itself, even though it's a big hitbox, the backside of it is a hurtbox. It's in itself. So if I play a character with a 2H that hits from behind, I suck at this. Yeah, if I actually can time this probably. I suck at this so much. So let's say, why am I so bad? But you, I don't have the arena 2H skills, but yeah. Yeah, so like for example, Vera, since it can't like it does hit behind her slightly. I suck at this, but I wanna because it does hit. So let's say, okay, this is probably a better example. So not double jump, but like, okay. Oh, definitely. So bad. Training stuff. So bad. Okay, so let's say that for example. 2B, even though 2B has a really broken JH, it does have a backwards. It does have a hurt box that you can hit. So if your 2H can hit from behind, I still suck at hearing, but so yeah. So even like you see how it hits like slightly behind Vera. That's like because the hitbox of the sword itself. Like the hurtbox of the sword itself is a hitbox. So if 2B throws it out, you can just simply 2H it from behind and still get a free punish. And the other thing is pod stall. The moment you grab pod, that is considered a counter hit. And I'm pretty sure I've counter hit off. See, this counter hit is off. The moment you grab pod, it's considered, and you hit 2B out of the air, it's considered a counter hit. And this is like the late way back route. Yeah, so 2B grabs pod, you can simply whatchamacallit, you can just hit her out of the air and get a punish. Same thing with JH. Similar to what Boston implied with Namaya flipping, and let's say 2B JH was kind of flip-esque. You can also throw her. I suck at this. I don't really air throw that much, but even for my... Yeah, but it doesn't work for mine, but you can just, like, the moment you see... The thing is, it's because the JH does extend the hitbox. So you see the hitbox expansion? That allows you to... you see how it doesn't grab there, but the moment you see the 2B throw out the hitbox, you can just grab her there. You can grab her, you can 2-8, JM.
Yes.
Or just... Let me just double check exactly, because the rec should be starting like 8 minutes if I'm not mistaken, right? 5 minutes, got it. Alright. So there is plenty. Simply, also same thing with this move. This move here, you could like grab her, hit her. You can air to air because it is considered an attack, so it'll be treated as counter hit regardless. You could 2H it, air throw. Oh, man, I'm so bad at this. Air throw. 2H, air to air. So every move 2B has, there is counterplay to it. Like most characters. Missile, which you'll rarely see 2B players use as a neutral. You can block it. It's punishable. It's actually, I believe, it's -6 on block, so any character with a frame 6 or faster jab punishes it. You know, it leaves 2B spaced out. That's more than enough time to get something. Just double check. Bolt. Okay, this move, the counterplay to this is either simply wait it out. If the 2B grabs, tech the throw. Because whenever you see a 2B player do this, it's either one thing. They're really going to use that as a mental stack or simply run up and grab you. If they get a grab, they get a combo. Actually, I feel bad for that. And I think this only lasts like 8 to 10 seconds. So you can either just wait it out, block it if they let it rip because the time's almost out. Tech the throw. And you can also run through it too. So let's say so let's say they do this. You can just run through it. Spot dodge it. Block it. Well, if I get the timing right, cross over it. As long as you have forward enough momentum, you can just run through it. Hammer. Just block it. Gravity. Gravity. Either hit 2B, throw attack 2B, wait it out, etc. Evasive maneuver, delay your hit. So if you see a 2B player, do this, right? And you're gonna run up and they do this, just delay your hit. Like you're gonna run up, they just delay your hit. Because the frames of the evasive maneuver it's very small. They'll just delay your hit. Just simply run up. You see them. If you see them panic evasive, just delay. That's like the best kind of play to that. And then everything else just block out. Counterplay to this, stand block. Make sure you can also cross it over too. So let's say the 2B has me in a corner. Oh, close range. Right?
Too slow. Too slow.
Crossover. Crossover. Block it out. But your best bet is to
Too slow.
crossover. Those are probably your best answers for that. If you see a 2B do this, never crouch. It's considered overhead, and she gets a combo up for that. I think that's about it for now. I'm definitely gonna edit this a bit more because I gotta put scenarios where some of these moves do work together. And this will probably be up in YouTube in the later weeks. But right now, there is a break about to start, so I'm gonna restart stream. So just bear with me for 1 sec as I restart and change screen transitions. I might drop it.
On my signal. Now.
Thumbs up.
Fire.
Thumbs up.
That one didn't do it.
On my signal. Now. Fire.
Thumbs.
Let's finish it.
Thumbs up. That's
Uh,
Fire. Newest hit.
this one too.
That's it.
Yeah, except for corner combos. We'll just add this one to the equation. We'll just add that one just. One corner to corner.
That's it.
And the other one I have to do is.
On my signal.
We'll make this one an example of my test.
Now.
That's
And
it.
we'll have the other one. One.
On my signal. Now.
Do a combo one.
That's it.
Or the one that costs less resources.
On my signal.
Do that. This one, the SDA version.
Let's finish it.
The one costs less resources.
Let's finish it.
Federation. SDA route.
On my signal. All right.
Other one I got
That's it.
this one. Oh, I thought get this one. Yeah, there's one. What? Predator.
Thumbs up.
Fire.
Real quick. That. Those are the far. Self-destruct combo.
That's it.
Ammo. And some of the stuff is height dependent. And those are the two love not getting my buttons out properly. The iterations of this with SBA. So restrict this character. It's funny because I was actually looking to do this on Regalia specifically. But it's crazy. Do that one. Because it makes a, it's technically an Oki. That's technically Oki because you go high low here. And that's the but this is technically him. You saw him going.